Difference then, though, we'd already signed them. They were already here we go confirmed both. I'm not trying to sound unrealistic here, but if you got to slap 70 mil on the table, just do it.
Yeah, you know.
Do you think he's trying to follow what Liverpool did with Roberto Firmino?
Mm, uh, Hand on heart, it will never happen.
It wasn't even
It
my idea. I got it from
it
it
will
wasn't even
never happen in my lifetime as long as I live. But I swear God, in my heart, home and my heart, I will never ever wear a Spurs shirt. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're watching around the world. This is One Way Football, and I am brought to you today with Edward Nash, the one and only Edward Nash that comes on our channel all the time. Big Arsenal fan. Today, I've brought you on the show because I am getting. Yes, there you go. Get the tat in. I can't really see mine. Mine's that way. Twist my arm around.
that's
um,
easy.
yeah, that way. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was laying in bed before, and I was a bit bored today because I didn't really have much on and planned. So I thought we'd do the video a bit earlier. And I actually, what popped up on my feed was a video of you. I think it was 2 seasons ago. Was it 2 seasons ago we bought Rice and Timber?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you put up a video saying, "Why is this taking so long?"
Oh, that one. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
like,
not. It was well. A little bit of context. It was TikTok, and it was from the movie Madagascar, where King Julian says, "How long is this going to take?"
yeah,
Because at
yeah.
that
How long
point,
is this going to take?
yeah, basically what it was, we'd already signed them. Like we already got the here we goes, and I just kept waiting and waiting for them to announce it. And then it got on that day. It was like I found that noise. It was like perfect match.
Yeah, so it's quite
Difference then,
like.
difference then though, we'd already signed them. They were already here we go confirmed by Fabrizio
Yeah, I've
Romano.
not really, you know what? Even the Zubimendi thing, I've not really heard much of that either. Like, even though we signed him, there's not really been. I don't know. I haven't seen a video of him
I have some updates
yet.
on that.
Go on. Oh,
He's
here we go. Here we go. Big Sauce coming in.
he he was in London the other day signing all the contracts. One of my friends works at London Colney.
Oh,
Like
okay.
nothing special. He's just like an IT guy.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well,
But
that's
anyway,
well, that's positive news.
he
Um.
saw him and he said, yeah, he signed the contract. He's done. He's going to be wearing the number 36 shirt.
I mean, considering like this is what I mean. Considering we've been talking about signing this guy since probably late January.
January. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
it's
he also
taken this.
told me that deal's been done since January.
Well, yeah. This is it though. Just get out. Just well, then, if it's been done, stop making everyone wait and just put a video out and say we've signed him. He's coming to Arsenal.
Okay, you and I both know video releasing isn't that simple. Like you've got to edit them. You've got to put all the clips together. Like you and I both know what that's like. So
Yeah, or
as
even just a picture of him, like saying, to come now. I'm sick and tired of Arsenal keep like making us wait and thinking that it's becoming like it's going to be an exciting point of news to bring out at a late period. So we've got to wait for it. Social media in this day and age, there's nothing that can get past social media. So we already know stuff. We already know what they're talking about. We already know what they're looking for. Why is it taking so long? Um, this is one of my first questions to you. Is Arsenal being too picky in the transfer market, or are they right to wait for the perfect time to release a striker or even pick a striker?
well, I mean, you already got two picks there, like Gyökeres and Sesko. Just get one of them at least. So if you can't get one of them, literally, if we can't get Isak or any of them, literally, I'll take Ollie Watkins at this point. Anyway, to answer your question, well, I think we are being a bit. I don't think it's necessarily picky. I just think it's more the other clubs on the other side because there's always talks going on behind the scenes. From what I've heard, Cesco Gyökeres, their clubs are not budging on their prices, and Cesco's got high wage demands that Arsenal aren't willing to meet. So negotiations, all intents and purposes, negotiations still going on. It's just all clubs got to be in all agreement, haven't they?
Yeah, no, I understand that as well. It's just you see other clubs like doing good business quickly, and it really and even like the likes of United bringing in Cunha and do you know what I mean? I just feel like we're always the one to wait so long or wait to the last minute to get dibs on someone that's there's the same scenario with Sterling with in was it in January or
Well, Sterling was an emergency signing.
yeah, this is what I'm saying because we leave it to the last minute, and then players probably get fed up with our antics of trying like, oh no, let's negotiate this and let's negotiate it. Just give the player what they want. If you're we're that desperate for a striker, just give them what they want. Give the club what they want and bring him in. It's not like we haven't got money to spend.
Yeah, but you ever heard of PSR?
Yeah,
Profit and sustainability rules, which every team has to adhere to.
right, I get that. Okay. But if
And,
Liverpool can go
and
out and
if you don't
smash out
follow those
116 million on words, do you know what I mean?
116,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 16, yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, but you're only allowed to lose a certain amount of money every 3 years.
Yeah,
So
I
that
understand that as
I
well.
think the
It's not
rice,
like
I
we've
think
been
the
flourishing in cash though, is it? I mean, come on.
no, I mean also you got to remember Rice was 105 million plus Kai Havertz on that 65, and then all the others. With Ricardo Calafiori last year was 33. It all adds up in the end. So you gotta like see the sum because if you don't follow the rules, you can end up like a Man City with 115 charges.
Or you could look at it in this perspective and say, all right, then we'll do a loan to buy deal then, and we'll take the striker now on loan, and at the end of his loan period, then we'll talk about us buying him.
Could do that, but let's be honest, do you see Arsenal doing that?
No, I can't see him doing that, but there must be a way around all this because you see the likes of like City doing good business. I mean, they've bought like five players in the space of like 4 months. That's mental.
Well, they're City, aren't they? They can just do it willy-nilly whenever they want.
Yeah, but it winds me up because then I'm like, but we're Arsenal. We're what you're saying is we're like lower than them, are we?
In terms of money, yes.
Well, yeah, but then that's PSR rules, isn't it? That's why they got the whole 115 charges, isn't it? That's just being
Yeah,
lingered
also
about.
look at what happened to Everton and Forest. They got the points deductions as well. So why do you think all the teams now are not
All right,
going
then.
too
So rather
crazy
than
with their
buying
spending?
Zubimendi, would we not have brought a striker in first?
I wish that were the case, but stubborn manager, thingy, that and the other.
Yeah, this is what I mean. This brings me to my next question. And is Mikel Arteta too loyal to his current forwards that he's his current forwards, like Jesus that's injured and Marino that he's given the opportunity to be up front and Havertz?
Well, even Arteta said it himself. We were lacking attack forwards. I believe he said we were light going into the season. I think what happened with Arteta last summer was like he thought to himself, I've got enough with my squad to win the league, and obviously that went sideways. So now in January, like you can't tell me he weren't trying to sign one. Like we did put in a bid for Ollie Watkins, and we got offered what's his name, Asensio from PSG, and obviously none of those deals worked out because obviously Ollie Watkins he had to stay at Villa because John Duran went over to Saudi Arabia. So he wanted to sign one, but it didn't work out, and I know it didn't work out. So he did, but he didn't try to get a loan in. So
Mm.
I don't know why. I think it's more the board though to deal with the transfers than it is Arteta. I think it's more the board's doing.
Yeah, it's just it. Do you understand where I'm coming from though? That we seem to be doing this business every single season. That we have to always wait. It's slow. It's there's he's talking about a process, but this process is turning into a long haul.
Well then, well I mean this whole trust the process thing that I think that got expired like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, but even the process of buying players is just it's becoming boring. I'm getting fed up with just rumors these days. It's I just want to see like the likes of, I'm going to mention quickly AFTV putting up on their feed and that like, oh, look at Trossard in his suit at Odegaard's wedding. Don't care. I've got to the point where I don't care. I went, oh, that's great. Where's our signing? Where's the news about a signing? I don't want to hear. I don't want to look at feeds going, oh, well, this flower's nice on the floor, and look, there goes a plane in the air. I want to see us going. We're doing business. This is what we're doing.
Well, shouldn't that be more on Arsenal than AFTV?
Well, yeah, no, no. I'm basically giving an example because the likes of Arsenal and stuff, they do exactly the same. Oh, Odegaard had a massive, nice wedding. Great. I absolutely congratulations to the guy. I hope he lives a happy life with his wife. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and we're not doing much business at the moment because we don't seem to be getting anywhere of buying any strikers. It's frustrating me a little bit.
Yeah, I feel the pain. It, I'm just, I just get, I know I'm impatient. I'll admit that I'm impatient, but I wait for a bit until my impatience kicks in. I'm not one of those people that like, it just takes 2 seconds and then nothing. So
Because it
I'm
does
just,
feel like to me like our Arsenal like falling behind rivals by delaying key signings because then it gives a chance. We go in for Gokeres and then guess what? Chelsea are in for Gokeres. United are in for Gokeres. We're giving rivals too much time and then giving them the decision to go, well, Arsenal are actually like messing me about a little bit now and they're not doing the business with the club, my club current club. They're not getting it over the line. I might just turn my eye over to them down the road or United or whatever.
it's a tough one. I really don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I'm not really in the
Yeah, no, I
transfer
get
market
it.
like
I'm
that.
just wanting your thoughts on it. What you
I
actually
just,
think about the whole situation.
all I, listen, I, I'm just, I'm just being patient at this point. Like, I think that's all we can do, just be patient. And if it gets to a point where we're about to go on preseason and we've not signed that striker, then I'll start raising my eyebrows and start probably ranting and raving.
Yeah, that's another thing is you want to try and get these signings in before the preseason because then we've had it in the past where players come at last minute and then you don't really get to see what they're like on the pitch and how they mold with the team. That this having a preseason, that's what it's all about, is so you can go, right, okay, that doesn't work, this doesn't work, we'll change that over there. And
Okay, well, let me tell you something. You can blast Unai Emery for his time at Arsenal all you want. However, you cannot deny that when we were under Emery, signings came in quicker than they did under Arteta.
yeah, no, they did. They did. Yeah, no, no.
Like I remember it. I remember the first season. Like we signed Socrates, Guendouzi, Torreira, Berlin, all in the space of like 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah,
So that was all like that was all fine and dandy. And then the season after, Tierney and David Luiz on the same day, Nicolas Pepe before then.
yeah,
So literally, I think we had that better transfer signing under Emery than we did Arteta because Arteta's also was just slow and steady, and with Unai Emery, it was like at least it was quick. Like we were
yeah,
quick to it. We were quick to put that
yeah,
pen to paper. But with Arteta, it's just like take your time with it, take your time with it, as Trips
yeah.
would say.
It's you know what as well? I feel like Arteta is cautious on who he signs because he doesn't want that effect of what we talked about before with the Aubameyang scenario, someone that thinks they're better than the manager. Um, and
Well, actually, he was.
well, yeah, no, but this is what I mean because Arteta is quite young with his managerial job, considering some of the players that he came into with. There wasn't much of an age gap. It's like going into a job and then you've been in that job for like, say, 20 odd years, and then someone that's like 10 years younger than you gets the managerial job and then tries telling you how to play football. So in a sense, this is what I'm getting at is that maybe he wants to find the right young player to come in so he can mold them into the player he wants them to be rather than them go, no, let me do it how I do it.
Well, that would be Sesko then because Gyökeres is like 27.
Well, yeah, no, this is what I get because he's always based himself off a young team now, isn't he? Arteta.
Yeah. Although Marino's 28 and Trossard's like in his 30s now, so
Yeah, I would
not
say
all
when
that. Don't-
you can still pick a striker in their 30s and be like, it could be outstanding.
well, really, if we're gonna get a striker in the 30s, I'd rather you get Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, but this is the other thing that I'm going to come to now is now when you wait for that long, if Gokrez is not an option, if Sesko's not an option, then we turn our heads to and Isaac. Well, he's going to be too much
He's not
anyway.
going any. He's not
He's not.
going anywhere. I said
Well,
this on the last video. He's not going anywhere.
Liverpool have that temptation at the moment, don't they? He could
Well, they've
go,
just signed
and
Verts. They've just signed Verts. He says going to be like 150 M's.
well, yeah, yeah. But then
Like
you look at City and the way that how many attackers do they have? That they pull in.
they. Well, listen, the Saudi. I told you when you got Saudi owners, you can go spend willy-nilly. It's that oil money.
You have to remember as well, Liverpool haven't spent for the last 3 seasons, so they're now going to be spending the cash. And
Well, obviously they won the league. That would be a good one. I remember, if I'm right, they only signed one player last season.
yeah, but they
They
have,
didn't
like I
even
say, they
play
haven't
him.
done
They
much.
didn't
They
even
haven't
play
done,
him. Yeah.
yeah, they didn't, did they?
They didn't
Um,
play him at all. That was a complete waste of money, and yet they still won the league.
yeah, it's weird. But yeah, no, what I was going to. So you fail on your Gokeres, you fail on your Sesko. By the time it gets to that point where you're going to like go, right, let's turn our heads to Ollie Watkins, could it be too late? And maybe he'll go, you know what? No, you wanted them first. I'll go to this club, or if I've got a choice of going to this club, I'm going to go to this club. Players don't want to be felt like they're third best. Look, that's third best. I mean, second best.
I'm pretty sure even Ollie Watkins would put himself behind them.
Well, yeah, but we've had Ollie Watkins on our radar for a while now, and he did deny us. I think a couple of seasons ago he did deny us.
Well, Aston Villa denied us actually.
Well, yeah, but it's
It's not always the
I,
player, it's sometimes the club because clubs don't want to sell the players.
yeah, of course, yeah.
And obviously,
But yeah,
Ollie
what's your
Watkins
thoughts
is
on that
there.
though? Could we be running out of time? And then when he do turn our heads to Ollie Watkins, he goes, "No, I don't want to go now."
When does the window shut?
I'm not sure. It'll be August.
Okay,
It'll
let's
be
say,
it's when the season after the season starts.
all right, well, let's say for the moment, August 31st.
Yeah.
We're now, it's now June 23rd. So we've got about 30 odd days to get business done, if my math is right. I don't know. No,
Yeah.
30,
Well, if
30, 30 odds, 30 odds or 40 even, one of those two.
yeah,
So it's gonna obviously, so we still got time there. So we still got there's still time. We just gotta be hurry with it. Like none of them more of this like fapping about. Like I'm not trying to sound unrealistic here, but if you got to slap 70 mil on the table, just do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is what I'm saying. It's just put the money up forwards. Just do it now. Just get it. Let's get it
That
quickly done.
and I swear one of these players has a release clause. I believe Sesko has a release clause.
Sesko does, yeah, because Sesko's tried to urge Arsenal to just pay the release clause and get it done.
And that release clause is about 70 million in it.
Yeah, 76 or maybe something like that. Yeah,
All right, well, if you got it, you better go pay it. If you don't, then if you don't, then just try and get it for 60 or at least 60 or that. I think
just
that's
put
more than
something
enough.
forwards because
Yeah, put anything like 40 million and one. Might try that.
40 million and one. What was the Arsene Wenger's one? What was that one when he put one? Was it
That was Suarez.
Suarez? Yeah, and he put £1 up for the
Yeah,
bid.
yeah.
Like, come on. But
I
yeah,
had to
no,
put that joke in.
it's one of the things where I'm at it's just frustrating because and then we see like us talking about strikers, and then next day we pop up and we're looking at a centre back again or a left back. It's just like what? What happened to the news about us getting a striker?
Out the window.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Yeah.
Well, I've got my eye on Fabrizio. I've got my obviously my friend who works at London Colney. So if anyone's gonna know firsthand, it's gonna be me.
Wow. Okay. But it's good that we've got a good source on here on One Way Football, at least, because
Yeah,
at the moment, sources everywhere else are just I don't know who to believe. I don't know if it's AI or clickbait. Yeah,
yeah. Look, very slow winter for us, especially when all these other clubs are bashing their cash like there's no tomorrow.
yeah.
But listen, I've just, as I said before, I've just got to be patient with it.
Could you
Like we
imagine
got,
if the transfer window closes and we actually don't buy a striker, we all go
oh,
down as one of the most.
if that happens, then no question about it, I am not backing Arteta ever again.
We will be like the laughing stock of the league. I'm telling you now. Get ready
I
for.
feel like we are the laughing stock every season.
Sorry.
I feel like we are the laughing stock every season.
No, it's only because we fall short of winning the league or winning a trophy. But this all goes down to buying a striker, doesn't it? We like you said, Arteta has already come out and said that he doesn't actually that have attacking force to
Well,
win
no, I
stuff.
said wait. I said he said we were like going into last season.
Yeah, lacking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he even knows that we're lacking and we don't come out of a striker in this window, my
Well, that's
God,
what
I
I'm
don't.
saying. It's more. That's why I think it's more the owners than it is Arteta.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Look, these
Maybe
are because I
think
keep
about
telling you
bringing in
these
a
aren't.
striker before we started bringing in midfielders. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why aren't they doing that?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's weird. The
I don't
fact that
understand
we've
this. I swear, when you got American owners, like they just don't know their strategy.
no, but if our even if Arteta has been given the budget to use, why are you not bringing in a striker first? That should be your main priority. We've got everything else in the field. We need a striker. We've not had a striker for 5 years. All right, Jesus is a striker, but he's not really. He's like a false nine, and he gets injured all the time. Like we haven't had an actual striker like Giroud or something like that.
Do you think he's trying to follow what Liverpool did with Roberto Firmino?
I don't know.
Because we're
That's a bit
being
of a trick on.
because because Firmino was a false nine as well.
Yeah, but then again, he doesn't have that false nine anymore, really.
No,
Yes, you
it's
know.
Darwin Núñez up there now.
Yeah, I'd seen a rumor today they were going for Darwin Nunes. It's like what?
You saw Darwin Núñez to Arsenal.
Yeah, I seen a rumor. Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Literally, you know what? At this point, I'll take it.
Well, anything at the moment
Like
is
he's not my first choice, but if he's willing to help, I'm willing to take it.
yeah. It's for me. It's just a bit of a weird scenario at the moment because when you're flicking through the internet and stuff, um, and it just frustrates me. And when I seen that video of you pop up on One Way Football's group chat on the group feed, I
Oh,
was
I
looking
don't
at.
think I posted. I don't think I posted on there. I think I posted on
Oh
TikTok.
no, so
Oh,
it's saved on the photos. If you go onto photos, it's on the photos.
oh really? Hmm.
So yeah, and I was just like, oh my God, it is like that now all over again. Like just tell us you're gonna
It's
sell someone. Uh,
no. Well, as I said, that was different because we'd already signed him at that point. I was just waiting for them to announce it.
oh, to announce it, yeah. But
Like, because we had all here we go confirmed, here we go this, that, and the other. Like he's at London Colney, and I was just we were about 2 weeks into that, and I just kept thinking, when are they going to announce it?
it's just slow business though. It's like even like you say, when they've signed a player, it's still slow to get everything out, you know.
No, I get it. Like they probably just got to edit the
I
videos.
can make a video in like literally 10 minutes.
Well, 30 minutes.
Well, no, I mean as in like, putting it all together, editing it.
All right, so 30 minutes to film it, and then 10 minutes to put it together. So a total of 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's obviously we're obviously quicker than them. We're obviously quicker than Arsenal's
Well,
media team.
obviously, they've got more staff than us.
Yeah, you're an
So,
independent creator. Like how is that possible?
sorry,
How is that possible?
what?
Like that you're an independent. They got a whole media team. You still
That's
get
what I'm
videos out
saying.
quicker than
Yeah,
they
and they
do.
sign people and they can't even get a video done like within like a week.
That's why we used to. I swear we used to do that. That's why I said we used to do that under Unai Emery. Like, or even like Arteta's first full season when we signed Partey. Like
Do you
he did
remember
a
the Wenger
video.
days when we would even bring out videos? like 2 days maybe before, we even went on an Australian tour, like with Jenkinson and Gazzola and that, hooking up on a barbecue.
All right. Speaking of speaking of preseason, when does it start?
We play in we play our Spurs, don't we, in Hong Kong, and that is on the
Actually, let me
31st
check the
of
first date.
July.
Oh, let me check the first date.
Yeah, I'm
No,
sure it
it
is.
starts in 29 days, actually. 29
Right.
days. We play AC Milan.
Okay. Is that at home?
So that will be at the National Stadium. So Singapore, probably.
Yeah, and 31st of July is when the derby is in Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, we got Newcastle before that as well.
We've got Newcastle, yeah. So this
So
is this
National
is this is
Stadium,
why we need to be bringing in players
yeah,
because
exactly. Now you're going up against Inter Milan. Like we've got 30 days to do it. So we got like 30 days. Like hurry up here.
yeah. And then also the simple fact that if we're playing the likes of Milan, Newcastle, and Tottenham, which are both Premier League teams, by the way, we should be bringing in the striker to be like, look, this is our force now. This is what this is what we're up against. So Sesko, get on that pitch, have a little kick about. It's not too competitive, but it's Spurs. All right. So let me just sink that into your head right now. You're going on, it's a preseason game, but it's Spurs.
Yeah, it's still a North London derby regardless. Like there's no such thing as a friendly when it comes to a North London derby.
Yeah, but it's a preseason game, but it's
Well, those
Spurs.
are
So
yeah,
you
those
need
are
to get it
friendlies
sunk
though.
into your head, ready for November when we do play them in the Premier League and how big a game this is.
Exactly.
So this is why I'm saying they need to get this business done. It's because we're gonna fall short. I don't actually know if Spurs have actually. I'm gonna have to get Johnny on the show, but I don't know if Spurs have. I've not been looking at what they've been going for or
What about
what
Richard?
signings. Sorry.
What about Richard?
Yeah, I don't think he comes on the show anymore with Johnny.
Oh, right.
Um, yeah, so
All right.
yeah,
Well,
I think it's ever since he put an Arsenal shirt on, there was a bit of a disagreement with
what
that.
Richard put on an Arsenal shirt? I never saw
Yeah,
that.
Arsenal shirt on when he came over to Gran Canaria.
Oh,
So, so this
well,
is
that's
this is
not a
what I
loyal
mean.
fan, is it?
Well, this is what I mean. This is what I said to you the other day. I was like, get that stuff off. Don't ever do that. Like,
It
obviously
wasn't
you
me
didn't do
that
it.
wear. I didn't wear it. It was a prank. It was a prank.
Yeah, but he was an Arsenal fan.
It was a prank. It was a harmless prank.
No. That is. I'm sorry. I put my hands up when it comes to putting on like Spurs shirts. At hand on heart, it will never
It wasn't even
happen.
my. It wasn't even
It
my idea. I got it from.
it
It
will
wasn't even.
never happen in my lifetime as long as I live. But I swear God, in my heart, home and my heart, I will never ever wear a Spurs shirt.
You finished now?
Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say that wasn't even my idea originally. I got it from Vlad, baby.
Who's baby?
You don't know that, baby. The I love sausage roll guys. They
All
do
right,
the sausage.
yeah, yeah,
When it was Halloween, it was Halloween time. His wife blindfolded him, put a Derby shirt on him, and he's a Nottingham Forest fan.
all right.
So I got the same idea with that because Harley was annoying me during COVID. So I just thought, right, get a bit of revenge. Dude, come on, it was a harmless prank.
It's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, but he's
I
not.
could
Yeah, but he's
understand
not still.
if you tried doing it to a lad that was a Spurs supporter and you put an Arsenal top on him, but you've done it to an Arsenal fan with a Spurs top.
Yeah, because he was winding me up about it. So
Nah,
he was
nah,
winding
nah.
me up
I'm
all
sorry.
lockdown.
I'm sorry. You get an F. You get an F for that one,
But this
mate.
had nothing to do with you. So it was just before you even made contact with me.
Yeah, you get an F for that one, mate. I'm sorry. You've there you go. Send it to you. Send it to your parents and your post. There you go. An F. You get an F for that one. Sorry.
Well, it was
No,
enough for
no.
him.
This yeah, so this is the reason Johnny has these debates. I'm sure he'll talk about it as well, about certain fans being loyal to their club and doing stuff like that. But look, going back to because we're going off target here, going back to our signings, what we've just like talked about, Arsenal need to pick up a signing quickly, or I think we're going to be in trouble. Not only do I think anyway we're going to fall away from the season a little bit more, we might come out with silverware, we might come out, but I feel like we need to get our business done quickly. and
Not
show
so
the
much,
rest of the league we're going to
not
be
so
a
much pick up a, not so much pick up a striker. I'd say more pick up the fucking pace.
yeah, this is it. This is what I mean. Because if the longer we leave this, we are just going to be even more of a banter club than we already are. Um, towards like the season. Um, but listen, before we leave, right? I do want to just talk about your new song that you've just brought out. It's called "Kick It."
Yes.
I've listened to it. It's got quite a good catchy beat, to be fair. And you've gone for like that kind of techno style, haven't you? With a rap kind of like feeling to it.
House rap, BDM rap.
How's Yeah, 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 yeah. And how what was the how did you come up with this?
Right. So I go to a music college, and a label approached our college class to create a song for the nightlife.
Right.
So they put us into groups. My group was with two of my classmates, D'Lo and Tanner. We got
They
together.
did
We
good
thinking,
rapping on that, by the way. Is that all they were rapping? Do you write that stuff or do they come up
no,
with that?
I just wrote my verse and produced it. Like
Right.
they wrote their own bits.
Okay.
So we came together. We were thinking, right, nightlife. What did we like as kids? Because we're all 2000s kids. I'm the oldest one being. I was born in 2000. They were like oh 03, oh 04, or 06. I don't know, one of those lot.
Right.
We put together like a club 2000s playlist, and we had like Usher, David Guetta, Calvin Harris, Dizzy Rascal. Like we had all these artists that we grew up at listening to at parties. So we're thinking, right, let's make a song around this.
I
I
love
put
that kind of music. I do. Like, Usher and
yeah,
stuff like that. It's brilliant.
so we I found a bunch of samples on Splice. I found a song on Tracklift to sample, and we put that all together. We ended up with Kick It, and we recorded that, and now it's out. And this is the first time I've actually mixed and mastered vocals as well.
Oh right, okay. So you produced the whole song then?
Yeah, that whole beat is mine, my
Oh
working.
wow, that's good. I mean, you know what? I could never know where to start when making music and stuff. And I was a DJ, but I was a commercial DJ, so you have to let me off with that
Yeah,
one.
but with that, you just press a play button.
But yeah,
Me,
yeah,
I'm
that's it. Yeah,
I'm cutting it up. I'm chopping. I'm sampling. I'm putting drum patterns in.
yeah, yeah. You're chopping it up. I love it.
Well, chopping. That's what you do with samples, like to make them your own.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. And because you brought out music before in the past, haven't you?
Yes.
And you can find yourself on Spotify.
Oh, well, you're gonna say
Uh,
Switify.
I know it's Spotify then. Spotify? What's
Switify.
that? It's a new app
That's
that's
a new
coming out.
one. That's a new one. That's your one. That's your streaming
One way
service.
Spotify. There we go.
That's your
Spotify,
streaming service.
Discord.
It's on Discord. No, it's on just the major streaming platforms. So like Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon Music. Well, I say Deezer. I don't know if anyone uses that still.
Can you find it on YouTube?
Oh yeah. YouTube Music.
Right, okay, YouTube Music. Yeah,
You got the DistroKid link I sent you, so
yeah, yeah.
people just
I'll
click
put
on
it in the
that.
description below. I'll remember this time. Are you gonna have like music videos and that? Are you gonna have like a music video to go with it, or?
Oh, we haven't discussed that. I don't always do music videos with my songs. I just depends if I really like the song or not.
Yeah, I mean that'd be quite interesting though, because
Well,
you got the two other lads with you there.
but here's the thing with music. It's not just easy as get your camera out and film it. Like, you gotta find a location. You've got to make sure everyone's available on that date, and then you got to do
Right.
all the editing, and then try and get everyone all together to get this video done on the time. So it's a very stressful process. I could just hire a cameraman, but I do not have the money for that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, you have to always find a way to cut a corner, don't you? But I think it's amazing what you're doing. Because like I say, I could never do stuff like that. I could never think of a verse off the top of my head, let alone make one up. But yeah, no, it's absolutely fantastic, mate. And I wish you all the best of luck with your music career as well.
Thanks. What'd you give
Um,
the song out of 10?
well, I would give it a 7 out of 10.
I'll
I'm
take
not going to
that.
give it a full 10, but a 7. No, I think a solid
All right, don't
7.
do it. All right, this is a 710 for a song and not a transfer window like Robbie.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Listen, yeah, no, all best of the music industry in the future. You're a massive asset to one way football now. And it's good to have you on the show. And
Yep, I'm your main contributor.
well, this is it. Yeah, you've stuck by me through the bad times and the good times. So and hopefully for the future, even better times. What's that? What is that?
That's the Chinese symbol for loyalty.
Loyal? Is it really?
Yes.
Oh wow! There's another
I
thing
got
I've
that
learned
done in
today.
I got that done on my second trip to Benidorm. I was looking through tattoo books. They had Chinese symbols that said loyalty under it, so I just got that.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, that's good. Well, are
50
you
euros
taking
that was.
notes? Are you taking notes, Arteta? The sign for loyalty. So get your loyalty book out and sign us a striker that's loyal to this club now, because we are now waiting too
Well,
long.
you gotta
On him.
bring them to the club first to be loyal first.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring your loyalty book out and give them a good read of it and say, look, this is it. This is what you're going to be loyal to.
Let's cut it short here because we only got 4 minutes left.
All right, then, mate. Look, listen, thank you very much for coming on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out Kick It by Edward Nash, and it'll be in the description.
Well, not just
We'll
me, Edwin Nash, D'Lo, and LT.
Yeah, with Kick It. Thanks
Yep.
for coming on, mate. Get you on probably next week, and we shall see you very, very soon. Cheers,
Yeah,
lot.
let's have my song playing over the credits.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll
All
do
right.
that. We'll have the song. Yeah. All right, then, mate.
Yeah. You got my
All right.
permission. All right,
Cheers,
bye.
mate. Thank you very much. See you later.
Party walking just like Red Blue going on stroke, come Steve Foster. We'll have to choose, but I got the world. Over to your wise and landing on Boston. Yeah, kick it to the boss when you're running with a G, go straight to the Mars. Bring it to the ground if you wanna get lit. Hit speakers hit sound. Party walking just like Red Blue going on stroke, come Steve Foster. We'll have to choose, but I got the world. Over to your wise and landing on Boston.
Yeah, beats dropping like Hardy. Red Lambo when I pull up to the party. I'm a playboy, just call me Carty. Vibing to Nicky, couldn't care about Cardi. Yeah.